Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our Monday night game of the Cape City Chronicles, our Mutants and Masterminds game. Before we jump into tonight's session, there are a few things to point out or shout out, if you will. First and foremost, as always, a shout out Roll20 allows us to get together and play these games.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, love that. My mic is kicked on the other side, so give me a second to fix this. There we go. Sorry for that. You'll hear me kick back in and say it again because Twitch is brought up and apparently the speaker was turned on. Anyway, Roll20 allows us to share our maps, our artwork, as well as give some situational awareness to our players. Give them a little bit of immersion into the game. Also, another one of the ones we give a shout out to is Hero Forge. Hero Forge allows you to create custom miniatures that you can order through them, have it created and sent to your home, or you can get the digital program that you can use if you have a 3D printer at the house, or you can actually turn around and be a subscriber and turn any miniature that you create into a digital version that you can use in your digital games. Another shout out I like to give is to GUICube. If you go to GUICube.com, you'll see why I mean that. GUICube is a world that was created several years ago as far as fantasy. Allows the players to play in. But in the last several years, they have expanded upon that said world with the community. The community has added things to it to make it a more immersive world. So you never know. A DM you've played with years ago had a certain tavern they enjoyed using every game they played. Well, you might find it in the world of Xylothate. I know for one there's a brothel as well as a couple other NPCs that I have contributed to the world of Xylothate. So let's see. What else do we have? Oh yes, we also have a couple sponsors. Our first sponsor for the evening is W Energy. W Energy is a good manufacturing practice certified product formulated to give you focus without jitters or crash. It has no calories, no sugar, and no fillers. If you use the code ROLLHITDIE at checkout, you can get 10% off your purchase. You can find them at w.gg. Our other sponsor is Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a website that sells games, ebooks, software, and other digital products. Their mission is to support charity while providing awesome content. Use code ROLLHITDIE to let them know where you heard about them from. If you're watching us on Twitch, we have a few things to take into consideration there as well. If you look down below, you'll notice a little bio. There are two links there. One is for Extra Life, and one is for our website. Well, Extra Life runs year-long, allows you to give to the Children's Miracle Network at any point in time throughout the year when you can and when you'd like to. And, of course, the website, if you go to it, you can go check out our shop. Our shop is set up with all sorts of things in it. Marcus is a little behind on adding to it, but he did mention last night that he will probably jump back on there soon to add a few more items, such as the guild emblem from our Sunday night game. Let's see. Also, if you're watching us on Twitch, you'll notice down below by the chat bar is a little bubble. We call that a chaos bubble. The longer you watch our program, the more points you can earn. The more points you can earn are the more points you can spend on our D&D style games, such as our Sunday night, which is a 3.5 edition, or any of our 5th edition games that we'll have in the future. We have a couple things in the works, or a couple ideas that are popping up, and who knows, before too long we may even be back with the Consequences of Chaos group. Just stay tuned and you will find out. Let's see, I think that's pretty much it as far as any announcements or concerns are there. Anybody else have something they'd like to add? Well, with the sound of crickets, I will hand it off to Gerald.
Alright, folks. When last we saw our protagonist, they had encountered Leo, who was a specialist that worked for Emory Hadrick Labs, who went out and collected stuff that they believed belonged to them or that they just really wanted. Leo was responsible for the Flower Warehouse Massacre.
specialists that work for
and he gave them a significant amount of information about people who were involved with these different labs. And our team proposed a course of action. The infiltration of the general's home in hopes of getting more information about these programs. So, folks, what are we doing?
We're driving down to Fort Bragg.
In a van with no windshield.
Yeah, I thought about putting plastic or something on it, but I didn't think I'd be able to see through it too well.
And I take it, considering the sequence of events, y'all also probably picked up Liam on the way.
Yes.
On his way out of town, I had
And your pop roast.
packed lunches, ready to roll. Tupper, where with a P, ready to go. And we're, I guess, who's got the aux cord on the way to our next destination?
Well, considering I'm pretty much the only one who knows where the Nox cord is, it'll probably be me.
So what are we listening to? What's the music selection that we've got on this fine road trip?
Aku listens to Swedish death metal pretty much exclusively.
This thing's got a radio?
No, I bought one of those Bluetooth FM transmitters.
What?
It's in the cigarette lighter.
Youngins and your fandangled toys.
That thing work on Wi-Fi?
No. It's a completely... You know what? Just no.
And to answer your question that you typed in Discord, I'll just go ahead and tell you it is now. It wasn't before.
Okay. So, you're driving. You see the scenic East Coast stuff between Cape City and the place that used to be known as Fort Bragg is now known as Fort Liberty. And do a quick non-specific map program search.
The music's probably very loud because, all that wind blowing through the front of the van. As well as the conversation is probably pretty loud too.
Just someone Liam leaning from the back. Now, what was the name of the band again?
It's a white van.
Not the van. The band.
I don't know what the make and model of this thing is. It's just a van.
So the trip takes about 7 hours.
What the shit?
Well, maybe turn this van around.
Heaney just leaked in the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wait a minute.
That's pretty good.
Do you have a driver's license?
Heaney?
Liam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe you should drive. I haven't had a driver's license in 15 years.
While I want to be off the grid, I still have to get around. Someone's got to move my RV, and it's not anybody else but me.
I mean, I also haven't driven in like 15 years either, so there's that.
Is there any way that we could have hitched up the RV for the trip?
Sure. See, I was thinking it was more like a motorhome kind of situation, but if it's a trailer, sure, yeah, absolutely.
It's just a trailer RV that you like your camping trailer kind of RV situation.
Uh, yeah, you can hook it up. You'll have to like disconnect it from all the stuff it's connected to now, if it is connected to anything.
Just we just pull away. It's all still connected.
Oh, absolutely not.
Dragging a pipe behind you.
He's got home water set up. He's got his own little shower situation pulling off the side. He's got his bee boxes and his garden. He's got to go set up to be taken care of in his absence. So there's a whole mess of gum that he got taken care of so he could haul the RV.
All right.
So I guess that means you are driving, because I'm not pulling that thing.
Fair enough.
I told
So
you.
someone could ride in the trailer.
Yeah, Keeney will ride in the trailer asleep.
Ought to be fun when we hit some bumps or make some sharp turns.
Yeah.
I will warn you while you're up there that if we hit any sort of, I mean really anything on the road, that loft bed is mighty close to the ceiling.
I was actually just thinking of sleeping on the floor.
Well, that's a shame.
Well, I'm more used to that, so.
Them pillows up there are pretty nice.
Just hold
I'll
on
take
like
her
a
word.
cat.
And that blanket may be thin, but it's one of them white. I don't know if you've ever. I think we've all been around. There's this white fabric thin blanket that you get at the hospitals and what have you. And as much as you hate being at the hospital, that blanket ain't half bad.
Does anybody else get the impression that Liam is trying to sell Amway?
There's definitely a multi-level situation existing here. Pretty soon you're all going to be selling blankets on the side of the road.
Only question I have, is this a typical pull trailer or is this a fifth wheel pull trailer? Because that would make a difference whether or not we're pulling it. You mentioned a loft, and that's usually like fifth wheel.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of them have like a front bed that folds down from cabinets. My parents had one like that.
The in my head, it's the situation of you've got the loft bed that goes above the kitchen section that you can crawl up to if you pull the ladder down, and then the other bed would be the kitchen table. You can fold the down, and you can
just
use that
move
as
the
a
cushions
brace.
from the seats over.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the ones I remember.
So 7 hours in the van, pulling a trailer, listening to Swedish death metal.
And a little bit of honky tonk now and then because we got to change it up. Or at least there'd be a fight about that at minimum.
It's just folk. It's Kraftwerk unplugged.
And you guys call this music nowadays?
I call this feeling.
Yeah, I'm feeling something over it. Sounds like a bunch of
Shut the guy.
screaming drunks.
Well, I'd have a lot more feelings if I knew what he was saying. He's talking a little fast for me.
It's easy. It's
And it's in Swedish, so
You don't hear with your ears, you hear with your soul. Feel that pain, that anger.
oh,
Yeah.
that's the problem. We gotta have a soul to listen to this.
Were you a pastor? The way you talk, you sound like you were a pastor. I've got some confessions. I've got plenty of confessions. I mean, it's been a while.
No.
What was there this
Well,
one
I'm
time
sure
in
they
band
know more.
camp?
Big no. Big no. Look, I appreciate that this is an unusual situation. We're not doing soul searching, guys. We're just not. Okay? I'll turn off the music. It's fine. No, actually, I'll keep it on and turn it up.
Which is still terrible because, like I said, you get that wind blowing through the front open windshield.
I like to think of it as a quarter convertible. Oh no, it's actually a reverse convertible because everything. Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's a reverse
Here's the
convertible.
question I have. Do we make it that 7 hours without running into one, weather, and two, a state trooper's gotta go, what the fuck is that?
A van with no front windshield, painted with house paint, hauling a trailer that looks like it's been stationary for a significant amount of time.
Maybe we should take turns and like see how lucky we are.
What could go wrong?
What do you mean how lucky we are?
I mean, I imagine at least one of us is a little more conspicuous than the other.
Yeah, that's why I'm not driving.
Are you wearing the full like face
don't
mask
need
and everything?
Yeah, I don't need people knowing like my identity and shit.
Oh, so you don't want to be seen with us. I understand.
So probably
Well,
not driving.
I don't want to be seen. Period. I mean, with you, that just happens to be part of it. It's not like, I mean, don't take it personally. I don't want to be seen. Period. Parentheses with you.
Well, if it helps you, I'm gonna be real honest. The whole mask situation you got going on doesn't look real good. It's a good look, but not for driving.
Yeah.
But we just got on the other side of COVID, so I still got masks. Just pull down on the little where the mirror's at. Pull that down. There's a spare mask there, and I might have some goggles back here. I don't. My buddy used to.
Hair mask? Oh, for COVID. All right, I thought you were like Halloween mask. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in here?
We're just trying to figure out when you got that.
We should
when
paint
you
ice
had that
cream
mask
now
in
on the
van.
It's like, quick, grab my spare mask. It's like a fucking hockey mask, and it's like, dude, I have questions.
And
So
it's
you
just
live in the woods, huh?
I got a spare black mask, and I might have some goggles back here. It might help while you're driving, so you don't get no bugs in your eyes.
Everyone else heard ass, right? It wasn't just me.
I didn't
Fair
hear it, but
mask.
You talking about bugging your ass?
It's. I mean, I just wanted to make sure.
All right, sorry, Joe.
First of all, it might not be a good idea for me to drive. Like I said, I haven't driven in 15 years, and you got a trailer on the back of this thing. Plus, I don't have a license, and Lord knows, they probably think I look like Cheech. No, it's not Cheech. I'm sorry, it's Chong. Oh, wait, that might be before your time.
No, I get what you're referencing.
so I am hoping at least one person has some ranks in vehicles.
Yeah, I can drive.
Actually, I do. I have 4 ranks in vehicles. No, 3 ranks in vehicles. No. I have a rank in vehicle. I don't know what the fucking ranks are. But I got 4 points.
But you have some ability to drive.
I have some ability to drive, but I don't have a license.
Right. I mean, those two things are not connected.
I have 1 rank in vehicle, giving me a 3.
Yeah, I have 1 rank in vehicle, but I have 3 on my dexterity, so it gives me the 4.
So whoever's driving, give
yeah.
me 1 vehicle roll.
Doing
Okay.
great.
Yeah. So you managed to make it without attracting too much attention?
Just
Drive
curiosity.
casually. Drive casually.
Drive casually. just a curiosity. This doesn't mean anything. Okay, it would have been alright.
Yeah. Not for whether or not you wreck. It's for whether or not you drive erratically.
Is the trailer supposed to be swerving like that?
Yes.
Don't worry. Heaney has taken care of that, so he's not disturbed.
Alright, so we make it the 7 hours without,
Make the 7-hour drive to North Carolina. And you are outside of Fort Liberty, home of the U.S. Army Special Operations Command.
well, we're here. Did we think any further than this?
Where does he live? Where does the Lieutenant General live?
I believe you came up with an address
Yes.
That would be the
with one of Aku's technology roles. You hacked an address. So the general lives in base housing.
Okay.
So it is on base, but not like the main part of the base. So how are you guys? Well, who is going onto the base? How are you getting there? These are the questions.
Well, do we have a map?
No. You could probably pull one up with a technology roll.
I mean, they got those fangled phones nowadays that I see people using maps on all the time.
Sure.
Maybe
Do you have one of
you
those?
can. Yeah, I know. I don't. I look at Aku.
yeah, I can do that. Fine. Let's see.
I like
You
Aku.
lost the bird. I like the bird.
The bird is still on the maskless picture. That's just
Okay.
for the mask.
Alright.
Yeah, whenever you were like that, I was like, no, it's like a metaphorical bird, and now I'm like, I wonder if I should start putting points into a bird.
Might not be a bad idea.
Okay, look. I'm just saying. You're sneaking onto a military base. There's no better place to steal a bird drone.
Are you saying if I
That's
spend
right.
a hero point, I'll get a bird drone? 'Cause I
No,
will
I'm
do.
saying if you tell me you're going to spend one of your points on a bird minion, a bird drone minion, then this is the place you pick it up.
Yeah, but can I modify the bird drone later?
Yeah, you build it. You know, if you put more points in it, it gets more points.
Okay, yeah. I'll spend a hero point to get a bird drone.
You don't have to spend a hero point. Just tell me you're going to spend the power point when this is over. And,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you guys, actually
So-
get in anywhere, then sure, bird drone.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
First, infiltrate the military base that's intended to not be able to be infiltrated.
Right.
And we'll go
Full of
from
the
there.
special operations soldiers. Just, I want to be really clear about that.
Oh yeah. So what you need me to do is get into the base, right?
Mhm.
And find the general's house, get into it, listen to what he said, and maybe search around his house.
I just thought about this, y'all, but y'all think this is going to take a while? Because just because you
Yes!
even if you get there, he might not be talking about what we need him to be talking about.
Right. I mean, I can
This
also
is the
search
plan
it.
we have. Okay.
And where are we at when we're having this conversation?
I could also leave a bug on
God,
it.
I hope it was on the road.
Right? Can we retcon that this conversation is happening on the road?
Well, we do have 7 hours worth of
It
conversation,
was 7
so
hours.
Yeah.
And you do have, like, walkie-talkies, so.
So, I could also leave a bug on it.
Here's the plan. We wait till night. We sneak in, and we find there's got to be a directory or something.
we don't know exactly what house he's in. Is what you're saying?
Well, we know what house he's in, so I think what we should do is like steal a sort of a not a map, well, kind of a map, but more of a like operations directory, and then go to the house.
We have his street address, don't we?
Right,
What do you mean? How
right,
about?
and it's on the base too.
Right.
So
You're not going to find too many operational maps or whatever for on a base. They tend to not like make those or hand those out, for security reasons.
I guess that makes sense. Where would we find something like that? No,
Why?
no, we
why
really
do
only
we
have.
need it.
No, we really only have one plan. Let's just go straight to the general's home and try to avoid everything else.
Let's see. I'm going to check something for you right quick.
Because we will probably need to avoid a lot of stuff.
So, how are you getting to the general's home?
Well,
Or
are
Yeah.
we driving around, like, 295 around the base, just kind of getting an idea of what's out here?
Well,
There's a Walmart Supercenter just north of the base.
I mean, that sounds lovely.
Yeah. There's the Smith Lake Recreation Area, and then the fencing for Fort Bragg,
Fort Liberty.
Fort Liberty. There is a Rod and Gun Club.
I mean, we also got the recreation area to the east.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The Smith Lake Recreation Area.
Too many tabs open, sorry. Okay. So, we should go directly to the general's house and see if we can find any sensitive materials there, and then I have to figure out how to have a talk with him without him alerting the rest of the base and potentially becoming enemies of the U.S. government.
sounds like a plan.
So,
I don't want to do that.
Does it? I'm not so sure it does.
so what is the address we're working with here?
I don't know. The address?
Well, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out.
I don't
Well, I
know
mean-
where the housing actually is.
It's all over. It's there's north side, there's south side. I just don't know where the.
There's an IHG Army Hotel.
I don't know if the general would have like a bigger house in a different location than the rest of them. But yeah, there's base housing all over the place on this thing.
Yeah.
And for the sake of argument, it'll be easier for me to pull up in a van and RV it up at effectively the park, more or less, that's nearby. Doesn't it border Fort Liberty?
So the Smith's Recreation.
Yeah.
It looks like it. Yeah. Looks like it's pretty close to the airfield for the helicopters, and I don't see any fighters yet. It's just helicopters.
Looks like they've got If anyone's watched that old movie, Cape Fear,
Mhm.
Oh god.
Oh, it's been a while, so I couldn't remember any of it.
that's this trail. This park has Cape Fear in it.
Gerald, I
Yeah.
just posted a map where some of the housing is for you.
Cool. Where did you post that to?
Oh, Discord. Oh, did I do it in the wrong thing? I did. And I put it in the wrong chat.
There's a kayak launch pretty close to the base. It's pretty close for a place to be.
There it is.
The Smith Lake Recreation Area, right?
Oh, okay. So yeah, Smith Lake Recreation Area actually has a camper location,
Mm-hmm.
and it's right on the edge of the Smith Lake. You can,
So what you're saying? We actually have a place we could actually put down?
yeah. It's actual camper lots at Smith Lake Recreation Area. Come in off the interstate. Where would we come in off the interstate at?
MacArthur Road.
Yep. And then
Up to
follow
Honeycutt.
Colonial Park. But I don't see where's Colonial Park actually. Nope, Colonial Park dead ends.
Yeah, you get onto Honeycutt, and Honeycutt then takes you over to Smith Lake, or you can go up to
Yeah,
another
okay.
road. But
And then take
yeah.
Smith Lake on into the park itself.
Mhm.
Follow it around, take a ride on whatever that is, right into the trailer parks.
Yep.
You're driving, so you handle it. Do we? I mean, doesn't that like require some sort of money?
Probably.
Based on what I understand, this is a common park facility, and during the day you are good. But if you're going overnight, that's when you have a problem.
I don't know.
We just pull up into the recreation area. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not pull someplace and set up the camper.
We're basically just pulling into the little parking areas near a pavilion, more or less.
All right.
We could really use an armadillo right about now.
And then just west of Smith Lake is the airfield. And then west by northwest is the fairgrounds into the fitness center and the rest of Fort Liberty proper.
So I'm going to say that he lives on Rhine Road.
Okay.
That looks like how it is to me.
Mm-hmm. So
Immensely.
almost due west.
Immediately distracted by the Joe's apartment gifs. Rhine Road. Oh.
Those are probably actually big ass apartment buildings, but whatever. Right now,
Probably.
it's the general tower. It's a big ass building and something that looks like a fucking base.
Well, to be fair, in most of these, I only see 1 or 2 cars outside, so that just looks like a big house to me.
You can see.
You into
Yeah.
satellite view?
I can see straight onto the
Yeah,
Sure,
they're
yeah.
they're at least duplexes, but they're still pretty fucking big.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah,
not small.
So is this the what side of the base is this at?
West.
West side,
Mm-hmm.
close to the airfield. Not close to the
uh,
airfield. There's
south
no
of the
airfield.
airfield.
That's east.
Well, there's an airfield north, Pope Field,
Yeah.
northwest. So is it by that or is it further south?
South of Popefield.
Closer down toward the medical center. I believe it looks like doesn't completely lost it when I scrolled out. I did.
If you're zoomed in on the satellite view and it says Fort Liberty, where it says Fort Liberty, it's literally to the left of that.
Okay.
That's a giant housing area.
There's a DoD child nutrition office.
I got you. Ryan Road. Found it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Reminds me of the base housing I used to have. But these look like they have a single driveway.
Mm.
Some of them.
Oh, it has
we
a
may be
single
able to take a
driveway.
different approach too. If you look southwest, and I'm assuming we're doing some reconnaissance to get this information.
How are you doing this reconnaissance?
I figured Kenny's
I think
just
Aku
flying
is-
around.
Well, I could do that, but also Aku could probably use the computer. So,
Because
but if you
I-
want me to go fly around, I can.
What we're doing right now is common internet stuff that Aku could probably pull off. Because southwest of Ryan Road is actually a community center with a pool and what have you. If we're looking for maybe some just general everyday activities, maybe he's a pool goer. We don't know.
But this is all on a military base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you still gotta be able to get on the base to get to any of this stuff. It's not open to the public. I think the one we have in Columbus might have sections that are open to the public, but not most military facilities do not. All right. So, what are we doing?
Okay. So I think we should just get in first into the public areas and have a walk around and see what we can get into and what will take some effort.
Trying to find where the gates are.
The gate.
You go down All American Highway from 295.
Our naming conventions are crazy. It's the All-American Highway.
Yeah.
And it's the
At least that's what looks to be one of the
Army
gates.
All American to Normandy.
I think so.
No, I don't see anything.
Well, if you look at where 295 is going by, there is an interchange. That's All American Highway. Or, yeah, an interchange. And then as you come up, there's the Fort Liberty Visitor Center. And-
Yeah, and just above that is the
Okay.
actual gate to get in. Looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow, that's far out.
yeah,
That's got a whole damn freeway that runs into it. That's a big base.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's All American Way is only 4 lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but down on the end that comes off of 295, it's All American Freeway.
Oh, gotcha. I see that now.
Then it turns to Parkway. I don't know what the difference is. Probably a speed limit.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it still says freeway for a long ways.
Yeah.
Until you get to
Up
Normandy
to
Drive.
Zabatowski Road, it looks like. Like when I'm
And
looking-
actually,
Yep.
you can, without going into the gate, you can take the exit up to Gruber Road, it looks like. Oh, no, sorry. There's a gate there, you can't. Just go up there. There's also an interesting dirt path that goes up to Gruber Road, too.
Yeah. By the golf course.
Yeah.
That's an odd little flat of asphalt or whatever right there next to the gate.
Yeah, right next to the visitor center.
Looks like almost like a small airfield.
Well, there is a small airfield.
No, I mean right to the right of the visitor center. It looks like a small airfield.
Oh yeah.
It does.
I was noticing that.
I mean, it's got a runway that goes all the way out, and it's got a turnaround to come back.
Mm.
But I don't see any
It
planes.
looks like it's not used anymore.
It looks like small, non-commercial, like
Could be just for training.
little biplanes or training. Sure.
But if you look at how cracked it is, and if you look up at the northern end and see all the debris that's on the pavement, this is not an active runway anymore.
Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the trees are very, very close. So I don't know if that was ever a plane runway. It might just be a landing pad for helicopters. Which would make sense at an army base, because the army.
Well, I mean, that airfield near the park has a bunch of helicopters in it. Anyway, I think we're getting off.
Off track, yes.
Kidding. I mean, we've been rolling off the track for a while now. Lots. I was like, this train just took out 3 orphanages.
Have solved the trolley problem. We put a loop at the end, we can get them all.
True. It's only fair.
Hold on, this is only marginally related. Has anyone ever seen Wrongfully Accused?
Mm-mm.
Don't think
No.
Can't say that I have.
Leslie Nielsen classic.
Oh, okay.
I
No.
actually, I think I might have, but it was like a long time ago.
There's a part where he's being chased by a train in the woods. It's the funniest. Because he peeks around a corner to see if the train's still there, and the train peeks on the corner. Starts chasing him.
Mm.
Sorry. The irony there is it's getting off track.
Alright, so. Do we have a plan?
No.
No.
Obviously not.
Look how proud you are of it, too. No!
No. I will take ownership that I have no plan.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that Kenny, with all his weird transformations, can definitely get on base.
Yeah.
Question
I
is-
think I can get on base, but
Whether or not the rest of us could get on there. I mean, I think I could probably do so through the woods.
A guy walks up to a burning building. This looks like a job for someone else, and then leaves.
well, I think all of us could probably make it through the woods.
Alright,
I'm not.
while you guys work on that, I am going to step away for a moment.
Okay.
But you don't listen to our chaotic discussion on it?
Well, I need to go to the bathroom.
So, I mean, looking at the map here,
Oh my
to,
god.
to get to his place, and I lost it. Where is it at? There it is. Yeah, we can get through the fencing, through the forest, or through the woods. But once we get to the buildings, that's when we're going to have a problem. I mean, yeah, some of us more than others.
Okay, so what about lookouts?
I mean, I don't know if they have what you call lookouts. They just have like patrols. I mean,
If they're just ground level, then we're fine because we just got to get on buildings.
uh,
They're not going to
it's
look for
been a
us
it's
on
been a
buildings.
while since I've been on a base. Back in my day, they're more like fire teams and stuff. But I don't know about nowadays. But I don't think a base on U.S. soil is going to have like snipers posted on every third building or whatever.
No, I'm not worried about snipers. I'm worried about people near alarms.
I mean, anybody with a cell phone's near an alarm.
Fair point. Okay, what about security cameras?
I'm sure they have lots of those. Probably along the fence lines.
And we just have to figure out a way to get to the general's place without being seen at all.
We can always deliver a pizza.
In this hand?
I'm just saying. I mean, don't they allow food deliveries?
Well, okay, first, you would know far more about that than I would.
I don't know too much about bases and things, but don't these people eventually have to get off the base? Is that a regular occurrence for someone of his caliber, or
I mean, it all depends. But these bases are pretty much built to
be self-sustaining?
pretty much.
Okay,
You get
so-
your PX on base. You've got your barbers on base. Your job sites on base.
Let's change focus. Okay, we've made it to the general's house. What's our next move?
I mean, it sounds like just kick in the door and start questioning him or something. Now, we can't really knock on the door and say, "Hey, Mr. General, can we talk to you?"
Okay, we'll need to.
We'll have to
interrogate
infiltrate. Yeah, infiltrate,
What's
subdue,
the,
and interrogate.
Okay, what is the best way to do this without every single one of us getting arrested?
Well, we'd have to hide our identity. So you got that covered already.
Well, yeah.
The rest of us will have to at least try to find some way to hide our identity.
Okay, so we need masks and.
I don't have any
Well,
money. You
I
know
really
what?
don't need a mask, but
The military bases tend to have one thing that's always nearby, and that's a army surplus store.
Great. Okay,
We
Army
can-
surplus store, and I will work on rigging up some voice changers.
Are we making this a little more complicated than it has to? It just sounds to me that
Look,
he's just
we
got
are
a
not.
long walk ahead of him. I mean, if you could be bugs,
Okay,
if you could be a
so-
bug from here to there, you're there.
Bugs.
well, yeah, I
can't
mean, I
really
can get
answer questions.
right. I mean, I can't ask him questions. And stuff. I mean, I can keep
once
an
you're
eye
in
on
there,
him.
can't you transform back and ask your questions?
We need to
well,
interrogate him, and then we also need to make a clean getaway without him knowing our identity at all. Because
so we all
if he
gotta
knows
get
it,
there. That's what you're saying.
Well, we don't want to leave Kitty by himself. I mean,
enough of us need to go where we'll be effective, but not so much that we have a too many cooks situation. We need to protect our identities. We need to make sure we don't get in like a do or die situation where lethal action is our only option. So the general's got to be alive, and he can't be able to trace who we are.
I mean, we're really nobodies to begin with, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Well, I mean, a couple of us are nobodies.
It's amazing how fast a nobody can become a somebody when you piss somebody off.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, is becoming a somebody. I've done real good about being nobody for a good long while. To that end, I mean, you talked about cameras everywhere. The only thing that, I mean, for me, that I'm really scared of in a place like this is people having thermal vision. I can hide just better than about anybody, but if they see on thermal, I show up like a red dot.
Oh.
Really,
Yeah, but
really,
see, thermal
really
is
bright red dot.
thermal is a high end, and usually when they're like I was saying earlier, your stateside, that's not going to be a standard issue item for all soldiers on the base,
It's
let
not
alone for
that
MPs.
It's not that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of their security cameras.
But hold on, keep in mind that this is special operations. I don't think they're just regular soldiers here.
Oh no, they're not regular soldiers, but it's still a stateside base, so they're not going to like, hey, George and everybody on this unit has thermal vision. That's probably going to be something that when they're deployed, that's when they pick up their equipment. I mean, it's how it was when I was in.
Well,
And have y'all noticed how many points of entry there are to this base?
Not really.
No.
There are a lot.
So we can just pick one and run with it?
Well, I mean, I was thinking more,
Pick more than one and go for it.
no, I mean, I don't know. I've never had to do anything like this, so I just don't really know.
Well, getting in is not
But
going to
I
be the
mean-
issue. It's just getting to
Well,
our.
Well, wouldn't there have to be deliveries or something?
What was that?
Oh, wouldn't there have to be deliveries or something?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they've got deliveries all the time. The PX needs their delivery like any other grocery store would.
Yeah, but I think it would also have a manifest, though.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be scheduled, probably.
Well, you'd apply for a visitor's visa that would allow you entrance onto the base for a period of 6 months. That's how Fort Liberty functions. That visa's probably, I'm saying visa loosely here, operates a little bit longer for some public companies that have contracts with the business office that is on the base, to help assist with facilitating the things that already function here. Because, I mean, their medical centers, their women's health center, all these other things exist. Because there's ways to get in and off the base pretty easy once you've verified your identity and have a visitor's pass.
Okay, so
That requires ID, and I don't have that.
we need a really long time to actually case this place out and make a plan of attack and do recon and all of that shit. But we have pretty much tonight. So I say we get to the general, or we wait till night, sneak to the general's house, get in, find his computer, steal everything we can, and then find the general, interrogate him, and then bail.
Okay.
Nope. It's a bit slapdash, but we would need way more time than we have to do this right. So let's just
so quick question: How technologically inclined are you with your arrows?
more than average. Like, way more than average.
Can you make a jammer?
Yeah, I might be able to. Let me check. Let's see. I've never tried, but I understand the principle behind it. Let's see.
You can shoot a jammer at his house, or have a jammer nearby. That way, they, him or none of the neighbors can alert anybody.
I might be able to use a comm link to overwhelm like outbound signals, but only for a little bit. I mean, we wouldn't have it would jam up our communications as well, but it would probably hold for at least 15 minutes. It's not much, and if somebody figures out what I'm doing beforehand, they can try to clear the channels, or if they have an emergency channel, then, well, we're fucked. But that's only if they realize what we're doing. So as long as we don't raise an alarm, it should work just fine.
I'm making a big assumption here, but is there anybody that just sits in what I would think of as like a quadrant-based camera room that's just looking and cycling through regular rolling camera feed? And would that feed potentially be thermal? Because if it is, I don't know how I'm getting on this base unless we go through the visitor pass. But if you don't think that it's thermal, I could probably just get on base anytime I want. I'll just go dinosaur.
Okay, if you're worried about being conspicuous and your answer is turn into a dinosaur, I wouldn't worry too much about the thermal cameras.
Yeah.
Well,
It
if I go dinosaur, I can't be seen. I can be heard. I smell pretty weird, but visually I ain't there.
It's a base. I imagine they smell all kinds of stuff here. I think.
And I don't think anybody's going to be looking for you by scent and smell.
Yeah.
So I'll say it again. Do you think these cameras are thermal that are stationed on the base?
I don't think so. They may just be night vision related.
I do not. I do not think they're thermal because there is no reason to anticipate that somebody would try to escape by hiding their heat signature or get in by hiding their heat signature.
Well, then I'm ready. I think I'm pretty set up. I just need to get me a backpack that can, or maybe a satchel that can fit my dino form.
Maybe a harness.
Can I rig something up to overwhelm comms for a short amount of time?
Do you have the inventor advantage?
I don't think so. No, I do not, but I have a skill mastery in technology.
Okay, so here's what I would let you do. I would let you power stunt one of your arrows, but it's going to be limited to whatever the amount of power points the arrow has. So, whatever you're building it with the points from your arrows.
Okay, let's see here. Well, considering my my arrows are part of an
array.
An array, would that mean the entirety?
No, it would mean the highest, like what everything on the array is built off of, which I believe is about 10 power points.
Okay, got it. So I have to read something
for a nullify, electronics, broad. Well, not necessarily broad, but simultaneous. Let me.
Do I need to pull up here lap?
Certainly wouldn't hurt.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so nullify is by default ranged.
Okay.
You'll probably want to put area on that because you don't just want to nullify one thing. You're not just shooting a cell phone.
Okay.
It said broad to counter technological things, but you're not doing all technology. You're just doing communications, basically cell phones, radio, stuff like that. So I don't necessarily think that's broad. And you will also need simultaneous because you're doing everything in that burst, not just one thing.
Okay. Nullify.
Nullify area simultaneous. I think that's probably 3 points per rank. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Find out here. Nullify. Extras. Broad.
You don't need broad because you're only doing communication stuff. You're not doing all
Okay.
electronic. You need area.
Let's do cloud. No, wait, 15-foot radius.
Probably do
30-foot
burst.
radius. Burst, okay. Burst.
And simultaneous because you want to get everything in the burst.
I'm not seeing simultaneous on here. Oh, there it is. Got it. What was it? Simultaneous. Burst. 30-foot radius. Oops. Burst.
You can up the diameter of the burst to 60 feet by clicking the right arrow on the area.
Got it. Okay, so
That's only if you want to.
burst 2 simultaneous. Burst area nullify. Nullify. I could get a burst area nullify 2 simultaneous 60-foot radius for 8 power points.
Okay. Is there anything else that you think you can put on there?
Most certainly.
It's only 2 ranks, right?
2 ranks of nullify, yeah.
Okay, so you could drop concentration on there. Any countered effect is suppressed and cannot be reactivated while you concentrate.
I don't know where concentration is. Here it is. Sustained power required. Maybe it's got to be sustained.
See, when I'm reading sustain, if this modifier is applied to concentration nullify, keeping the counter effect suppressed is only a free action. Which is nice, but
Okay. I think we're just gonna do.
with nullify, if you win, the target effect turns off, although the user can reactivate it normally. So you want something that would extend that.
Okay. Let's see. It's subtle.
Isn't that going to push you over?
No, it's a flat one. That would bring me up to 9.
So we're not doing concentration or sustained or anything?
Sustained. Sustained 2. Let's see. Subtle 1 and sustained will bring me up to 9. Applied to a permanent duration effects, this modifier makes it sustained duration, requiring a free action to use. Okay, so simultaneous area burst 2, subtle 1, sustained brings me up to 9.
Okay. So you've got a jammer.
Got a jammer.
That'll
Do I need
cost
to?
you a hero point.
That's fine.
Yeah, don't spend it until you actually use it, just in case.
But okay, now that I know how to make it, can I use the technology to actually make it?
That requires the inventor advantage to
How'd I gotta get that?
make it without spending a hero point on it.
Okay. I gotta get
Spending a
that.
hero point, you're just power stunting the thing you already have. If you're actually going to invent something, you have to have the inventor advantage.
Very well.
And it takes a significant amount of time to make it.
Fair enough. Okay. Let's see. How much is the inventor advantage? Ooh, it's only 1.
Only 1 point, it's just an advantage.
Sweet. Next time, I will use that instead of, or I'm gonna get that instead of the bird, and I'll make a bird.
Build my own goddamn bird.
Blackjack and hookers and anyway.
All right.
Okay, I have a jammer. It only is a DC 12, but it's what we got.
Right.
Hey,
And you're just going against like cell phones and walkie-talkies and shit, right? So.
Exactly.
Who
So
knows what the power rank on a cell phone is?
I apologize for taking up that time. I understood the principle, but I did not understand the mechanics.
All right. So we are ready for infiltration.
We are ready for the opposite of love.
Apathy.
Give it her best
Prepare
shot.
for apathy.
That seems like that would be a great lyric to some rock song somewhere.
You definitely heard that on that Swedish death metal.
That's right.
You heard it on the way down.
Prepare for apathy. Dun, 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 dun.
Agnostics unite! Why?
God.
I don't know.
Because we had the opportunity to, it felt right. Alright, speaking of maybe feeling right and making it happen, I guess. Lean is gonna go dino and attempt to.
Where are you parking? First of all?
I thought we parked at the trailer park.
So
We did park.
if you go to the Smith Lake on the other side of it to the east, just a little bit, is the recreational area. And so if we follow west from there around the lake and then towards the base, that's the way. And so the recreational area is open during the day until about 7 p.m. And then they start looking around and telling everybody to start thinking about getting the fuck out. And so we have from more or less.
Well, weren't we planning on going in at night?
Yeah.
Yep.
So then we can't actually leave the vehicle there, right?
We might need a little pocket change to plan for an overnight stay. So, Lee looks around and says, "Does anybody got any money?"
7 hours. We had to fill up once at least.
Yeah.
I sell my honey and a couple other little bits and bobs. This trip was pricey. But to say that I got material wealth would be an overstatement.
Let's see how much money Aku has.
I'm pretty certain Kenny and I have ran through the funds we've acquired off people we've taken down.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have any way of if I have actual money?
I would say you have some money. I mean, you do not have a homeless background.
I do not. I mostly just sort of squat everywhere.
Right. You probably took Leo's wallet, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, he had some money.
Yeah, he's a thief. He has money.
Yeah, he had some money, had some credit cards. You guys filled up the van on his credit card before.
It's $30 a day.
Well, there you go.
Water, electric, and sewer included if you pull through.
Right. Pull on through, throw a tarp over the front of the van so nobody notices there's no windshield in there.
Yep.
That's right.
And once it's
Sounds
dark,
like-
oh,
No, once it's dark, we'll get going.
yeah, Kenny strips down and turns into a lizard person and goes.
Not long behind him, Liam's on the way with him.
Alright.
Liam just lets them know, hey, we're going to have to take a little bit slower, because I can only run about 15 miles an hour and stay hidden.
Well, I think Aku is a little bit slower than that. So, yeah, we're going to have to...
Oh, Aku's setting okay, Aku's taking lead. So...
Hell no, I'm not taking it. You crazy?
So
No, you're setting the pace. We don't want to outrun and leave you behind.
Goose
Oh,
formation.
okay. So you guys are going to be like...
Aku's that point. Got it. Behind Aku.
Yeah.
That's right.
Actually, I take it back. I'm going to be in my raptor form because it's actually easier to hide in that.
It's just gonna be slow pace, baby steps, keeping up with Aku the whole way with the longest steps. Aku's got like 6 steps to 1, and it's gonna be great.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my path based on how much cover, basically, we can have.
Yeah.
So, like, ducking behind buildings and crap like that.
Right. So, 2 dinosaurs, a Sasquatch, and Archer in a mask?
Yeah.
Sneaking across.
Even if we're noticed, I don't think anybody's going to say anything.
When you say it like that.
It's like, should I report this? No, they'll give me a Section 8.
Like, have you ever had just all your life choices hit you all at once?
I know I shouldn't have drank that extra cup of sake at lunch.
Well, I mean, that's literally why I live in Texas now.
Fair point. Moving on. So, followed by dinosaurs.
Sure.
Aku just,
Some ninja, 2 dinosaurs, and a Bigfoot.
stays the fucking course. Just stay the course. Just. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Do I need to roll stealth? I mean, I know that there are dinosaurs, so what is the point? Why would I try to hide?
I
Because we hide
definitely
very well.
want you- I definitely want you to roll stealth.
There's
Yeah.
21 for me.
You want stealth from the stealthy people or the dinos too?
Now the people that have like the
Chameleon.
chameleon stuff, the concealment, you actually don't need to unless like there is someone nearby.
Got it. So for now, no. For the future, maybe.
And he has camouflage.
Yeah, pretty much the same with Lucas.
Okay, so you guys are huge, but at least you know how to hide.
They're not huge. They're
I mean, I'm not real big. I'm just basically my same size, just maybe a little buff, hairier.
And I'm a raptor. I'm not that big.
Okay, so they know. The point is, they know how to be discreet.
Yeah.
They know how to stay high. Fantastic.
dinosaur casually.
Yep.
I'm dinosauring casually at, what was it? The half size was 11 foot or 14 foot long?
I mean, you got a big long tail, but you're still only like
I'm only like 9.5 foot tall.
yeah.
So at some point in time, once we get on base, I'm sure there are strays, right? Stray cats.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I will have them scout ahead and kind of give us an idea of what kind of humans are around.
Make me a diplomacy check.
Well, actually, he also looks at you and says, "I've never been able to understand you."
Diplomacy. Do we have diplomacy?
Or
Persuasion? Oh, joy. That's a 0. But I got a 17, so it works.
I mean, you're talking to cats. They're hard to deal with.
They're a little finicky.
Literally hurting cats.
Yeah, you're literally hurting cats, which is a metaphor for something that's really hard. So,
You mean like running a D&D game?
yes. So, it's scheduling, really.
Yeah. Scheduling cats.
Yes. So you talk to the cats, and they're like, "Well, no people have ever talked to us before. I mean, they do that, but that's just bullshit."
Yeah, it's something new. But
Well,
I'm making meows and purrs and other noises. It's not actual humanoid speech, I think.
no. So they're like, "What are thumbs like?"
The raptor purring in response, because I now have complete animal speech, goes, we know.
Oh, we lost the audio on
Oh, you lost my audio?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
We can hear you
that.
now.
We can hear you now.
But when you were talking,
Okay.
it went out.
Oh, I don't know why. But anyway, the raptor is purring and saying to, just basically saying, we don't have time for this.
They're overrated. Claws are better.
Okay. Thought so, but we're just checking. So what's up?
Just people meowing is what I'm hearing.
Something like that.
raptor.
Sasquatch and a dinosaur are meowing at cats. Yes, that is what's
Okay.
happening right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Are there any other humans up ahead?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of humans. They're everywhere.
I don't know how much helpful that's going to be. Are there any outside, like, scouting, looking, being observant?
Like hunting.
Yeah, something like that.
So they run off, and they're gone for a while. And some of them come back, and they're like, I don't know what they're doing. Sometimes they go and they get in a car, and they go and get in one of those things, and it moves around.
I'll reach in my pocket and pull out like some days old bacon and just hand it to, just drop it on the ground in front of them. Thank you.
They start fighting. There's like 6 of them.
And then I'll drop another handful.
And you've never heard such obscenities from cats.
Yeah,
They're
there's something
really,
new.
really trying to get that bacon, and
Yeah.
there's way more cats than bacon.
They're living next to Army.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but they sound like sailors. And I actually say that in common speech. Man, they sound like sailors.
Okay. Bill, I think we just gonna keep going.
Yeah, they weren't a whole lot of help, but I figured I'd try anyway.
Yeah.
It was kind of something new. Got to get used to this talking to animals thing.
So you move around, you travel through the base quietly, sneakily. You find yourself on, what was the name of the street?
Riggs, something like that.
Something with an R.
Run.
Ryan, yeah.
Yeah. Find yourself on Rhine Road. And you're sneaking up to the house.
Okay.
Okay. Do you hear any movement in the house?
Yes, actually, there are a couple of lights on, and you can hear TV, computer, or something like that. Something with a laugh track.
Okay.
Watching
Getting.
Nick at Night.
Was that?
Nothing important at all. Ignore me.
So, getting close to the house, I want to see how many different scents I can pick up.
Oof, a lot.
When we get
Coming from the house itself?
Like, are you going up on the porch or something?
Well, just around the exterior of the house.
There are 2 distinct smells that show up a lot, and a number of incidental smells.
as we get close to the house, I convert to a swarm of cockroaches and approach the house. I know y'all will find your own way in, but this way I can cover a lot.
So,
I mean,
the
okay,
of the house.
you are,
Where,
I keep telling
Where
the
are we
same
from?
professional, but you say you're not, so you're more versed in this line of work, so how would you suggest we do this?
okay. First of all, where are we approaching from?
Well, I mean, any direction.
Probably the rear.
Okay. So, like right around here.
Garage, rear porch, going through a window. What's happening?
Going through every
Okay.
nook and cranny I can find.
It's a big old house for base housing.
General.
Okay, so let's go in the garage first of all.
Okay.
There's You want to go through the window to get into the garage?
I'm gonna at least look through it.
The light is off in the garage. You do see a like a blinking red light that indicates that there is a motion sensor. So if there is movement in the garage, the light will come on.
Okay.
Sign out front says ADT.
Just MP.
All right. The garage is not our point of ingress. Let's see. Right room. All right. Let's check this part, the bedroom.
Okay. The light is off. Do you have any sort of low light vision, dark vision?
No, I do not.
Okay. The light is dark. The light is off, and the shades are down.
Well, do you see anything in there?
About this.
No, I don't, because I don't have any way of seeing in the dark, unfortunately.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Well, here, let me take a look.
The shades are down.
Well, that's why you're not seeing anything. The shades are down.
Oh, I couldn't even tell that. Alright, I'm gonna observe the window.
Okay.
Mostly I'm looking for something that would indicate an alarm or something.
I'm sure there's a motion sensor in the garage. There's more than likely an alarm on the windows.
Make an investigation check. You,
That was deception, sorry.
I see an investigation under that. Do you see that yet?
Now I do.
Okay. So, as you look, you do notice a little, like a sensor on the windowsill that looks like if you open the window, it's going to break the sensor, and it might trigger an alarm or some sort of indicator somewhere that the window is open.
Okay, chances are all these windows have alarms on them. What about the roof?
Well, I don't have a roof map.
Sorry.
It has one.
Does have a roof.
It
Neat.
does have a roof.
How's
Are you looking for like a skylight or something?
yeah, I'm looking for a way just in, or at least so I can see in.
There is a skylight over the great room.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go up there and just look in the great room.
Okay, make me an athletics unless you have some sort of climbing ability.
I have.
But you have grapple arrows and such, right?
Do indeed. I have cable arrow. Yeah. Yeah, cable arrow.
Yeah. That'll get you there.
That's cool.
Anybody else going up on top of the building? Like
No.
the weirdest Christmas decorations ever.
Sure, I'll climb up there.
I may be in the roof at this point, but
Yeah, you are like you climbed up the side of the house and you went into that like little vent into the attic, and now you can like climb down into the walls.
that's what I'm doing.
I
Liam,
would
are you
say
coming?
outside on the ground, probably close to Aku, just to keep Aku's back safe.
Well,
Until Aku gets up the roof, and then probably patrol the outside to make
Okay.
sure that I don't expect anybody to really approach the building from anywhere but the front. But I'll do a once around just to get a case of the place to see what escape routes y'all might take, and see if I see any activity. Otherwise, I'm gonna go back to the front.
Okay.
So
I got you.
you're going to be in the front.
Because I'm still chameleoned up, so I'll probably be in the front.
Okay. Would you go ahead and pull your tokens onto the map?
Yeah.
If you, those of you who are on the roof, you can position yourself over the great room. King, I don't really know where to put you. Just somewhere.
Don't worry. I mean, if I came in here, I'm probably somewhere in the kitchen right now. And if I come across other cockroaches, I'm going to talk to them.
You actually don't find any cockroaches, and there is a pretty noxious smell. Make a fortitude save for your cockroach form.
Okay. Fortitude save.
All right. It stinks, but it doesn't really affect you.
Okay. So somebody may have sprayed recently.
Yeah. All right. Those of you on the roof, as you stare down through the skylight, you see that the TV is on in the room. It is over this lovely fireplace here.
Okay.
And there is pretty much right below you is the couch, and there is a middle-aged man sitting on the couch with his feet up on an ottoman. He appears to have a glass of something in his hand, and he is watching TV.
I'm going to examine the skylight.
Okay.
I'm going to try to see if it looks like he's got anything else sitting nearby, like maybe somebody else was sitting with him and they got up and walked away to go do something to come back, or might be coming back.
You don't see anything that indicates anybody was with him there.
Now, from the outside, was this the only room that had lights on?
Yeah, this room and the kitchen, it's open, so
Can-
this is where the light is coming from.
Can you kind of try to get a glance towards the kitchen from the great room?
You look. Well, make a perception check. You look over there and you don't see anybody. You don't see anybody moving around in the kitchen. You don't see anybody in the kitchen.
Okay. Then I'll leave it to Aku.
Yeah, I'm investigating the skylight.
All right, make me an investigation. All right. As far as you can tell, this is like firmly installed. There's no like latch to lift it up or anything like that. It's not one that's intended to be open. And you do notice that there is this sort of raised dome part, and then there is another pane. Like the dome part is plastic, and then there's a pane of something clearer, maybe glass, maybe like clear plastic underneath it. So if you attempt to go through the skylight, there are 2 layers of stuff you're going to have to go through.
This is not the way. Okay.
Keeney, you have found your way down into the walls, and you can. Go ahead.
There's a bathroom right here, so there are probably some nice exit points here, and the kitchen. You know, they always make holes a little bit too big when they're going through the wall. So
Sure. You can come out under the sink in the kitchen, or behind the toilet in the bathroom.
yeah, I think that's a. I think the kitchen would probably getting under this thing would probably be a good one.
Okay. So that's right there.
Okay. Okay.
Liam, are you doing anything, or are you just kind of hanging out?
Liam's
I'm
having-
sorry. I'm sorry. When I said that these were the only rooms, I was wrong. There is a light on in the office.
Liam went around the house to look around at the different entrance points of the different windows to see if any other lights or people were home other than maybe the general. Did I see anything?
Like I said, light on in this office, but you don't see. There's no like shadow of anyone moving around in there. You're not hearing any sound from in there.
Okay.
There is a white noise generator going on in the master bedroom.
Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Is there a something equivalent to like a ring doorbell on the door?
Sure.
Home camera system?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You're gonna. Well, make me a perception check to see if you can see it from a distance.
Sure.
Yes, there is a video doorbell system. You're not sure if it's Ring or if it's some other company.
That doorbell goes off of movement. If it sees something that is recognized as a object moving, or a person,
It will
entity
record,
moving,
yeah.
it will record. Just to test it, as I walk past the stoop, does the Ring doorbell catch my chameleon? Is the camera sensitive enough that it catches and starts recording nothing?
You don't know
I test it.
how.
Does it light up when it activates?
Yeah, it lights up around the camera.
Does this one?
Stereotypically they do, but That's normally to both tell the person who uses it, hey, that your thing works, but also to tell someone, hey, you're on camera. Don't do something stupid.
Does Liam, who lives in the woods, know that?
Oh no.
Do you have any ranks in technology?
No.
Uh, then Liam knows that there are cameras that record stuff around doors because you saw a commercial. But as far as the logistics of when they light up and what they do exactly, you are unsure.
Okay. Then Liam is out here getting bored then.
Okay, is he going to do anything about that? Like I said, there's a light in this office right here. There's a white noise generator in this master bedroom over here.
I'll go up to this office and I didn't see anything. There's no shadows, no nothing.
No, you don't see any shadow movement in there.
Right. I go over to the bedroom.
Mhm.
I hear the white noise generator. Do I hear anything that might be causing them to want to have a white noise generator, other than like this is where someone sleeps and they use it to sleep?
Well, there's a TV going on in this room.
We lost Patrick.
Oh, no.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
I was just adjusting and didn't want to do it on camera. Ah,
gotcha.
Fair.
uh,
I'm gonna make my way around to the rear porch to see if I can see what they see in the living room. That's
Okay.
what
Now the rear porch has a double, like double French doors, and they're like glass, like full glass. So are you gonna go up on the porch and like peek in?
Oh, you're talking about this door?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you go up and you like peek through, and you see a dude sitting on the couch. He appears to be wearing like pajama pants, no shoes, and a t-shirt.
Does he look to be? I don't know how Liam would begin to make a reference point of. Does this look like a man of stature and like got his shit together, kind of military guy?
I mean, he's well kept up. He's a middle-aged guy, short, close hair. Starting to go a
Plausibly.
little gray.
Plausibly our general. Okay, cool.
Plausible, yeah.
I will hang out here and just see what they do and be ready to back them up.
Okay.
this dinosaur staring at the guy.
Yeah, I was like,
okay.
Found the target. Just waiting
But
on it
it's
for the
an
happen.
invisible dinosaur.
Well, Heaney is going to try to help out here. He's sending one of his individual cells, one of his cockroaches, out to climb up the guy's leg.
Ah! Oh God!
Delightful.
So he's sitting there, and like you climb up onto the ottoman, you climb up onto his foot, and like he sees the roach, and he goes, "Ah, son of a bitch!" And then he fucking kicks and flicks the roach off, and he gets up off the couch, and
that's when it flies for a moment before landing.
Oh God!
Fucking son of a bitch! Fucking roach! Goddamn fucking hate roaches! And he's looking around. He picks up a magazine off the like the side table, beside the couch. And he rolls it up and he's looking around for where the rope went.
Okay. I'm going to purposely knock something, or have a couple of my roaches, knock something over under the sink.
What the fuck is going on in there? He walks around and he's holding the magazine up, all rolled up, and he pulls the cabinet open. Now, is it like full-on roach infestation in there? Or is
Oh, yes! They're all going to get onto him.
So he just starts screaming, "Motherfucker! Fucking shit!" And he's whacking, he's hitting the roaches with the magazine. Like, it doesn't matter that it's on him. He's just beating the shit out of them. Like, fucking die, you sons of bitches!
Right.
So,
And so I'm hoping that somebody uses this rock.
Hey, I have no idea what's going on. He just got up and exploded into violence for no reason.
Yes. This is, in fact, the scenario.
Yes. And I'm going to use my fearsome presence. It only has 1 degree of success here, and it's just to impair him.
Okay. What's the save?
That's what I'm looking up. DC 17. And it is a will save.
Yeah, alright. Flip over here so I can actually see it. I want this visible. Boom. Ah, son of a bitch!
So he is impaired.
Alright, let's see. I don't think it actually does anything when I turn that on, but we'll find out. Oh shit, it didn't bring over his attack modifier.
I mean, Liam might be able to see from where he is because it's a great room. So maybe he'll be more general being covered in
Yeah,
cockroaches.
Liam sees this happen. You two on the roof, like, he went over, like he was chasing something around with a fucking magazine, and he went to the kitchen and just started screaming.
but I would have heard him mention something about fucking roaches, right?
Yeah.
And you might see a few roaches flying for a moment.
I think Kenny's already made his move. What do you?
I mean, you can do explosive entry and just drop through the skylight, one at a time.
Did you want to go through? You know what? Fuck it. I will do just that. I will
Okay.
take my claws and just circle the glass with it.
Okay.
And break my way through them. You said there's a couple layers?
Yeah, there's there's the top plastic layer that's kind of like opaque a little bit, and then there's a second layer that's clear, completely clear. So I will let you do that, but that's going to be your round, your whole round. Actually, let's do initiative before that.
Okay.
So let me get a tracker up. Let me clear it. Hold on.
Christ.
Hold on. Let me clear the last one.
Oh,
All right, you ready?
Yeah. Very concerned about them roaches.
And those roaches be moving. I guess that's what it feels like in an infestation. If you're the human being and
Very
that's a
stunning.
swarm of roaches,
Very stunning.
those roaches are 37 initiative. Gotta be.
Oh, that's me.
Oh Jesus Christ! So fast.
Jesus.
It's only 12. Alright. So Lucas, you cut through the skylight and drop down onto the couch. And
Yeah.
that's going to be your round.
All right.
Liam, you just saw Lucas drop down from the skylight. Are you going to come through the door?
Yeah, we're coming to the door.
All right. So that's going to be your round because you're going to have to break the door because it is locked. But you can move into the house.
My thought is I'm just going to take my claws and just push until the pane of glass gives.
Sure. It shatters, but that's still an action.
Got it. And so for 1 minute, there's nothing. Next minute, there's a source.
And now you can
Tickle
move
Dino.
to the room. Are you going to move in, or are you going to stay out there? Or...
Liam,
Say that again?
your token.
Are you going to move in?
Oh, yes. I can use the rest of my movement to get up to him?
Yeah. You
Perfect.
use your action to open the door, or destroy the door. And you
And that's
use
what I'll do for now.
And so he's covered in roaches, and then boom, fucking dinosaur. Aku, you can now jump down into the room as a move and still be able to take an action.
It seems like as good a time as any. I'll drop in and make my way to the office.
Okay? Alright. I'm going to ask this. The jammer.
Yeah, I'm activating it.
Okay. So is that your action after you drop down?
Yes.
Okay. So 60 foot. There's a thing to make the circle stay circle, right? Is it control?
Talking about making what circle?
On roll 20 with a drawing.
You mean a draw circle?
Yeah.
You should be able to.
You hold click. Nope, that's not it.
You click on the paintbrush and then you can see the eclipse, I guess.
Yeah, but it's making weird ass. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oops.
Clear those and check. Okay. Why can it not just have fucking circles?
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to make a 60-foot circle.
60?
60-foot circle.
Where's the center?
Aku, where's the center?
The center is right where we dropped, except for probably. There we go. I guess it doesn't matter.
So it's
There's a teenage girl next door really ticked off that her TikTok didn't load.
He's texting customer support right now.
Trying
It's not
to.
going
It's just
through.
not going. Yeah.
All right. It is 4 minutes till 10 on the East Coast, 9 Central. I'm going to go ahead and go through this first turn, and we're going to stop there.
All right.
All right. So that's Aku. Aku's got the jammer down. And when anybody tries to use electronics, they will see if it gets through. So, Teeny, you are roaches.
Yeah, I'm going to continue just keeping him impaired.
Okay. Moving to still drawing circles. Fantastic. I love it. Can't beat it.
Would she have really heard anything that woke her up with that white noise machine going?
There was a
Her
window that
husband
shattered.
screaming.
Her husband screaming in the floor about fucking roaches. Two pretty significant thumps on the couch. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
Blast rear porch door.
Well, I forgot about the porch door. I figured the rest of it could be explained of, it's just my fucking husband trying to smack some bug he sees.
So
And then
she
she
moves
sees the
out
bug
here.
fall over.
She sees her husband covered in bugs. She sees a fucking dinosaur standing beside him, and Bigfoot standing on her couch. And she's like, probably not.
No!
You're
She's
asleep.
probably going to get a phone.
You're still asleep.
And now, the general. So I'm going to make an attack at the roaches.
Okay.
And I will see if the impaired actually does anything. Yes, it actually does. If you put impaired in the conditions, it actually takes the -2 off. I think that's it. But he definitely missed.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to call this evening. And next time we will start with Lucas on the couch in the great room.
Yep.
That was great.
With a candlestick.
Cannot wait to terrify someone
Well, I
in
think
the back room.
Yeah, I think
Rachel.
Kitty, when he crawls into this guy's ear, is
Nightmare fuel for Gerald. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see exactly what happens next, come join us next Monday for the continuation of our game here. If you can't wait till then to get your tabletop RPG needs, you can join us on Wednesday night for our Organized play. Of course, we won't be back Sunday for our Kingsman Stone game, but we will be back the following Sunday for that. Yeah. I know, every week I'm like, oh man, this is the week we're not playing. But we'll be back next week, same time, same channel. So, remember, we're in this adventure called life together, so keep that golden rule in mind. Treat those around you the way you'd like to be treated yourself. With that being said, have a good week.